Pokemon Go just dropped their content update for November and it's looking a lot better than October. Let's get straight into it, kicking off with Shadow Raids. In Shadow Raids for the month of November, we are going to have Shadow Latios replacing Shadow Latias. Latios is always going to be the better option, especially as a Shadow. As a Dragon type attacker, it's currently the 21st best Dragon type attacker in the game, and on the Psychic side, it's breaking into the top 10 in the 9th spot. So that's going to be for the whole month of November, and that shiny is incredible too. Let's move on to 5-star raids now. From the 4th of November all the way until the 11th, we have the Johto trio coming back, which is going to be Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. At this stage in the game, all these Pokemon are pretty outclassed as their regular form, but the Shadow forms of Shadow Raikou as well as Shadow Entei are extremely good, so it's a good opportunity to get candy for those Pokemon to power it up if you don't have any. Then something very interesting happening here in the middle of the month. From the 10th to the 14th, we have the In the Wild event, which we will cover in a little bit, but it's going to be affecting the raids. So on the 10th is going to be Shadow Ho-Oh as well as Shadow Lugia from 6 to 7 p.m. local time. On the 11th of November, it's going to be Tapu Lele as well as Tapu Koko from 6 to 7 p.m. local time. And then on the 12th, we get our first raid hour ever for Duskmane Necrozma, which is absolutely insane. On the 13th, Tapu Bulu and Tapu Fini will be the raid hour then. And then on the 14th, we're going to get Dawn Wings Necrozma as a raid hour as well. After Into the Wild, from the 18th to the 25th is going to be Heatran and raids, ending the month from the 25th all the way until the 2nd of December, which is when the Tales of Transformation season will end. We have the Swords of Justice, which is going to be Cobalion, Terrakion, and Virizion. Moving on to Mega Raids, it is stacked for November. From the 4th all the way until the 11th, we're going to have Mega Beedrill, Mega Pinsir, as well as Mega Heracross. Some of these are the best Bug-type attackers as well as Fighting-type attackers in the game, especially on Heracross' side. Good opportunity to get the Mega Energy for all of them. From the 11th until the 18th, we have Mega Tyranitar as well as Mega Altaria. As you already know, Mega T-Tar is one of the best attackers in the game from a rock point of view as well as a dark type point of view. From the 18th all the way until the 25th of November, we have 2 electric types in there. We have Mega Magnetric as well as Mega Ampharos, which is actually going to coincide with another event we will touch on. And then from the 25th all the way until this second, we have Mega Garchomp returning as well as Mega Medicham as well as Mega Aerodactyl. All of these megas are extremely valuable in Pokemon Go for many different reasons, from attacker's point of view, but also to collect that candy and XL candy for every single type once they're at Mega Level 3. Next up, we have our Max Mondays, and these are going to be incredible because we have so many new releases. First up, on the 3rd of November, the Max Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. local time is going to be DMAX Inkay, which of course can go into DMAX Malamar. The great thing about DMAX Malamar is that we can use it as a Psychic or Dark type attacker because of its fast moves, although I think it's still going to be outclassed just because its attack value isn't that high. Then on the 10th of November, we have another new release, which is going to be the fan favorite of DMAX Ralts going into DMAX Gardevoir or DMAX Gallade. It's very important to mention that on Gardevoir's side, it's going to be a tremendously good fairy type attacker, and to be honest with you, it's got the exact same attack value as DMAX Hatterene, although Gardevoir is a little bit more bulky, so I think as a fairy type DMAX attacker, Gardevoir is going to be taking the cake. And as a Psychic type attacker, I think it will be outclassed by something like DMAX Metagross as well as DMAX Alakazam, but still a very valuable Pokemon. And on Gallade's side, as a Fighting type DMAX attacker, I think this is going to put in some tremendous work because its attack value is tremendously good. Then on Monday the 17th, we have the DMAX Toxtricities returning in the Amph form as well as the low key form. Of course, the GMAX Toxtricity is always going to take the cake in terms of damage output, but these DMAX attackers, if you don't have anything better, I think it's very valuable that they're coming back as well as getting the candy. Then on the 24th, we have the release of DMAX Eevee, which is going to be incredible, but I believe it's going to be coinciding with another event, which is going to be the Max Battle Weekend, which again we will touch on, and I think we will see the release of the GMAX form of Eevee for the very first time. And then on Monday the 1st of December, we have DMAX Darumaka returning, and of course, if you guys don't have a GMAX Charizard or a GMAX Cinderace, especially with 15 attack, DMAX Darmanitan is going to put in tremendously good work for you as a fire type. Then onto Spotlight Hours, we have some bangers in here for November, kicking off with Weedle on November the 4th on Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. local time. The bonus there is going to be 2 times transfer candy. Then next up on the 11th, we have Morlul, which is going to be in the Spotlight Hour, and the bonus for that hour is going to be 2 times evolution XP, and there's 2 things we can go after here. Guys, remember that Morlul is a permanently boosted Stardust Pokemon, granting you 500 Stardust per catch. If you throw in a Star Piece during that hour, you're going to get 750 Stardust per Morlul that you catch, which is absolutely broken, guys. But if you already have a Stardust bank and you're looking for XP, remember we've just had a Weedle Spotlight Hour the week before. The great thing about about Weedle is that it only takes 12 candy per evolution. So if you don't want to go after the Morlols, although I would strongly suggest going after it because Stardust is a really good commodity in the game, you could save about 150 Weedles and evolve them on a lucky egg in that Spotlight Hour so that you could get 2 times evolution XP, which means you would get 4,000 XP per evolution. And if you're looking for XP, this is another great way to really maximize that. Then on Tuesday, the 18th of November, it gets even better because we have Sableye, which is going to be in the Spotlight Hour, and the bonus there is going to be 2 times catch Stardust. If you don't already know, this is massive. Sableye also is a permanently boosted Stardust Pokemon, granting 750 Stardust per catch. Because the bonus is going to be 2 times catch Stardust, we're going to be getting 1,500 Stardust per catch. On a star piece, you're going to be getting 2,250 Stardust per catch. Guys, that is absolutely insane. I would strongly recommend throwing something like Palkia Spatial Rendon so you can really maximize your radius for all those spawns. Get into a dense downtown area, university campus, anywhere where you know the spawns are going to be popping. Trust me, this is an incredibly powerful hour. We're talking 1 million Stardust in an hour, especially if you grind it really hard. And then on the 25th of November, we have Scraggy in the Spotlight Hour. The bonus there is going to be 2 times catch XP. Scraggy going into Scrafty is a pretty good Pokemon, especially in the Go Battle League, but it also has been leaked that Mega Scrafty will be coming to the game because it was just released in the Legends ZA game on the virtual game console. So if you don't have a hundo, that's a great opportunity to go after that Pokemon too. Wow, November is stacked, bro. Then moving on to our events, first up is going to be on the 1st of November, which is going to be GMAX Garbodor Max Battle Raid Day. Guys, it's a great opportunity to go after GMAX Garbodor. That shiny is absolutely stunning. It's a huge opportunity to get Stardust because you're going to get 25,000 Stardust per catch, as well as 25,000 XP. If you throw in a lucky egg and you even use some Pokecoins to really maximize this, you could get up to 100,000 XP per raid. That is absolutely broken. These GMAX raid days are always good from a rewards point of view. Next up, from the 4th to the 9th of November, we have the Enchanted Hollow event, which is going to be bringing about the debut of Tarantula. Of course, going into Spidops, you're going to need 50 candy to get Spidops in the game. There's going to be shiny boost for shiny Paris as well as shiny Stantler. It seems like this event is going to be really surrounding grass and bug type Pokemon. Then this is the one we really wanted to touch on because we've touched on the Into the Wild raid hours, which will be happening between the 10th and the 14th. Guys, this is the full event. This Into the Wild event is going to be the lead up to the wild area in Pokemon Go, which we actually going to leave as the end screen. We've done a full breakdown of that event, which you really need to see. It seems like a lot of dark and fairy type Pokemon are going to be spawning. We're also going to have a special background for those 5-star raids, which kind of has that wild area fairy type background, which looks incredible. The remote raid pass limit is going to be increased to 30 from the 10th to the 14th, and there's actually going to be no remote raid limit on the 15th and 16th, which is going to be during the wild area event. And we can also use a charge TM to remove frustration. Wow, guys, November is extremely hot. And more than that, the silver bottle cap will be making its debut in Pokemon Go. We already had the gold bottle cap as the reward for one of the Go passes. But what the silver bottle cap is going to do is that it's going to allow you to maximize one stat in terms of special training so you can get that hundo. So if you really want to look for something that's a lucky and a shiny and you're maybe just one stat off, consider buying that ticket for a total of $15. And that is going to get you your silver bottle cap as well. Then on the 15th and 16th, we have the highlight of the month, which is going to be the wild area 2025 in Pokemon Go. This brings about GMAX GRIMMSNARL as a debut. This event is absolutely stacked. We're talking mighty Pokemon, Safari Balls returning. Again, we're going to leave a card up here as well as leave it as the end screen to really break down an event because you really need to start getting ready for that right now. Incredible event. Just while we're here, we're going to have a look at GMAX GRIMMSNARL's base stats. It has a max CP of 3222, an attack of 227, a defense of 139, but a stamina of 216. It looks like as a GMAX Pokemon, it's going to be using a dark type GMAX move, which is going to be GMAX Snooze, which will definitely make this one of the best dark type attackers in Pokemon Go. However, I still think it is going to get outclassed by something like GMAX Gengar, because on the Go side of things, Dark and Ghost normally hit the same things, especially for super effective damage. So I think it will still be slightly outclassed. However, that shiny is going to be stunning. And let's be honest, who doesn't like GRIMMSNARL? On the 21st to the 24th, we have our first Dynamax Max Battle Weekend, which is coming right after GMAX GRIMMSNARL the weekend before. And this is where I believe we will see GMAX Eevee for the very first time in this event, because remember that Max Monday on the 24th is going to be featuring Dynamax Eevee. Then on the 25th to the 30th of November, we have the final Justice event, which is where we're going to be able to take our Keldeos to make it into the Resolute form Keldeos, which will definitely definitely make it one of the better fighting and water type attackers in the game. From the 29th to the 30th, we have our next Dynamax Max Battle Weekend, and as of right now, we don't have the details of that event right now, but I've had a look at a leak and I have a feeling GMAX Meowth might be coming in that event, although it is listed as a DMAX Battle Weekend. These are just some things that have been linked into the Game Master, so prepare for that. But on that weekend as well, on the 30th of November, we have our next Community Day right now, and unfortunately, we don't know the details for that, and we haven't seen any leaks, so we're not sure what that's going to be. But guys, November is stacked. If you guys want to see everything going on this week in Pokemon Go, we will leave it as the end screen right next to that wild area event, because you need to start preparing and familiarizing yourself with everything you really want to be going after, especially from week to week leading up into that wild area event. Guys, love you so much. Go with us. Remember to come here for everything you really need to know about Pokemon Go. We got you covered every single week, every single event. We appreciate you guys. Love your support. Please smash the like and subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one, baby. Shh.